A researcher has a clinical dataset that could advance cardiac care. It sits unused because two questions have no easy answer. First, is this use actually consented? And is it de-identified enough to share? Today, there are two separate worlds. Consent tools know what was permitted, but do no de-identification math. De-identification engines compute risk, but are blind to what the consent actually allows. Nobody joins them. Lupta is that join. It reads what was consented, computes what the data reveals, and ties every decision to the clause it strains. Let's take a hypothetical example of Dr. Meera. Dr. Meera ran a 3-year heart study, and a colleague comes in and wants the access to the same dataset, stating that they will be building a model which will be flagging at-risk patients early. So the cause is for good. Lupta reads the actual consent document, checks the proposed use, computes the identification risk, and returns an auditable decision. Every claim is cited and every number is proven. Okay, so let's watch a real Lupta run in the CLI. To get started, I'll set my Anthropic API key. Then I'll run on the verbose mode so that you can see the agent reasoning. Now I can simply use my Python. I need to specify the consent. I'm going to use the variant C. The variant C is the one which is silent on the reuse, and output me this file. So now we are connected to Anthropic SDK and talking to Messages API. The first and foremost tool the agent has called is profiling the dataset. The proposed release is age 6 pin code admission rate diagnosis. Okay, so it's going to run a risk on that QI set. So these tools, these are deterministic tools. So Claude can never hallucinate on this. These tools will always generate a real number. It tells us the raw data set is fully unique. K is equal to 1. Prosecutor and marketer risk are also 1, which means every one of the 800 records is a singleton on age, sex, pin code, and admission date. Now it's going to try a generalization strategy. It's going to convert age into bands, pin code into prefixes, admission dates truncate. After generalization, it's going to compute the K-score and also the suppression impact. Final verdict is deny. Let's quickly preview this. So this is the file that it generates for us, and it has all the information why we cannot share this dataset, and also grounds and cites on what provisions under the DPDP Act. Change the ask to aggregate only starts, and Lupta says yes, but with conditions. That's 3 denials and 1 approval on the same dataset. That contrast is the product. This is the heart of it. Claude does the judgment a statute demands, reading messy consent languages, spotting hidden identifiers, reasoning about who could be re-identified. But Claude never does the arithmetic. Every K, every risk score comes from a deterministic tool. Judgment from the model, math from the math. And the citations aren't guessed. They are verified against the DPDP Gazette, down to the exact section and the traps most people get wrong. India's data law is enforceable May 2027. Lupta is the tooling that gets ahead of it, built by someone who can read both the biology and the law.